normal ones. These are more like a normal to small size version of
These
them.
can carry a medium-sized person comfortably. That's what they're there
Yes.
for, and that's why we got them.
Yes. The royal ones can carry the royal family
All right,
if they
so
wanted.
Well, if I remember correctly, the actual description of the rock is a bird so big its wingspan can block out the sun.
Yep.
that's one story of it. Another story of rock is that in the one of their claw or talon feet, they can lift a full-grown elephant.
I hadn't heard that one before, but I've heard the
Like
block out the
that's
sky.
what a lot of pictures of them depict is like they'll
Yeah,
have one elephant
huge.
in a claw, and it's like if they're big enough to carry a whole elephant, I don't want to mess with one.
It's a big fucking
Right.
bird.
The ones we're seeing are more the size of an Argentavius from Ark Survival. Or
Yeah, they're not.
Survival
These
Evolved or
ones
whatever
are
the fuck
more along the
format.
lines of huge versus gargantuan.
Yeah.
Well, we're not thinking Rodan from like the Monster Universe.
Oh, why not?
Kaiju size.
But yes, so these are average size rocks that you guys can get on.
Yay! We get to be stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Ha
Ha
ha.
ha ha.
All right, let's get on. Let's get going. We jump on these things. We get moving. We get to where we're at. Or are you going to make us do weird skill checks to make sure we don't fall off flying on a mount that we've never ridden before?
That for the first time.
Because I would assume that if they use these things to get us around, they at least have some sort of safety harness. And my character is going to be very adamant about making sure that he's wearing his.
They have safety harnesses, but that doesn't mean you're not going to be falling off and using the safety harness.
I didn't say I didn't say against that. I wouldn't have suggested a roll off if I didn't think it would make it more interesting.
All right,
Jen's
so
doing the
that would
whole-
be a dex
Jen's
You're
doing the
check.
welcome
whole
to
seatbelt
you're
one.
welcome to only
Yeah, dex
make
check.
me do the checks too if you want. I don't care. My character's
Jen's doing
nervous.
the whole seatbelt 1, seatbelt 2, harness 1, harness 2, helmet.
So yes, dex
Uh,
checks, please.
Uses that scroll of spider climb that she's been hoarding for a while to make sure she can stick to it.
All right, so what check do you want, Rose?
Dex
The
check.
first time I've ever seen a bird with a 5-point racing harness.
Right?
Lyra's good.
Nice.
22. Oh, buddy.
Oh shit, Mia.
This is why I
that's why-
made sure that I had the safety equipment attached properly.
And that's why it's got a 5-point
ZZ dash.
harness.
Haha. 26.
You're standing on the thing without the safety harness. like
ZZ
surfboard
dash.
style.
Just see me like holding my arms out like I'm riding a surfboard.
Me and Leona have slipped.
Dash. Dash.
Sorry about that. I didn't hear you. What was that?
I need a dexterity
Dex-
check while you're
dex
flying on the
checks
rocks
to make
to
sure we
try
don't
and get
fall off
up.
the bird.
Oh no.
We have safety
Oh,
harnesses
yes.
and we did equip them.
Yeah,
Look
I'm
at
just
the
gonna say right now. V would absolutely will fall off. I'm just gonna say that right now before I roll
Oh, I
this.
already have.
Two of them already have, but this is the humor thing.
That's why we had the safety harnesses.
Yeah.
I insisted.
All right, so there's safety. Oh, dex checks, not dex safe. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. 1 second, I'm using my iPad. So, like I said, yeah, like I said.
Alright,
one,
so
zero,
the monk and the rogue basically are doing the na 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 surfing on there, and those are like oh, as you fall off, doing the wop 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 in the wind, as these things are like whoosh off into the sky.
Charon, having slipped off of his and is dangling underneath it, screaming like a little girl when she saw a spider the size of her house, shrieking, one might say, in the wind, where no one can hopefully hear him, because when you're traveling at that speed, no one can hear the sounds that you're making. That's why he's doing this. Meanwhile, the other two are probably making the dexterity check to get themselves back on it. No, he's just shrieking the entire time. When it starts to slow down, he starts to stop shrieking. But until his voice gives out on him, which is probably not going to be very long because that would hurt a lot, he shrieks for a little bit. Because, yes, I have canonically made it so he's scared of heights.
Jaren's doing
From
the
here on out, any
If he
fight
wasn't
fails,
before, he is now.
Jaren's
I was-
doing the cartoon character holding on for dear life to a flagpole.
Oh, absolutely. I would say Via's also hanging by her ankle, and she's doing everything to dear God left and right to not fall off. She's grabbing everything, even her own ankle, just hoping that it does not fall off.
You're doing the grab battle like no! I'm guessing Leona's not much better shrieking and screaming like, holy shit!
Haha.
So it takes maybe 5 minutes to get up there. It feels like it takes a lot longer for the three of you.
I'm sure
'Cause
Jaron thought it took an hour.
4 hours later.
An eternity later.
that's what it feels like.
Yes.
I have not seen anything more accurate than that right now. That is the
Super cute.
Super cute, but super accurate.
Solid.
The game's going good. So yeah, they don't slow down right away. So they take off real fast, high in the air. They kind of level out, and then they dive, like dive bomb, and then do like a whoosh, whoosh, land.
Why do
Yep,
I picture
Jaron is
V,
glad he wore his
Leona?
brown pants today.
I picture V, Leona, and Jaren looking like Meg after Pegasus lands,
Maybe.
and she's looking a little disheveled.
Just a little.
The three of them.
Die!
Yes. But one of the best parts of the entire movie.
Good.
Breathe, Rosie.
That's good.
Breathe. No dying.
Thou shalt not dieth.
I mean, I got a feeling down if this should do.
I gotta get my line to the black market and sell those organs.
I don't know how much you're gonna get from my heart.
I will just encase that in glass.
Yes, that, yeah.
Yep.
Coming out to greet you is Telejaste, the beautiful blue-haired elf with, I believe, blue eyes. Yeah, blue eyes. That looks
Don't
like
tell me
she's...
who I find beautiful.
Your girlfriend thinks she's hot and would totally tap it, so yeah, she's fucking hot.
I'm talking about the Minotaur.
Fair. So, she comes out to greet you. And she looks really worried as your guard friend, whose name, you don't have it, Elisare, just kind of watches you guys, and you're like, okay, they're not used to this, don't judge, kind of like a look like, and Telly also goes, is everything okay? I heard shrieking, what happened to you all? as like some of you are dangling from the harness still. She's like, "Oh, first time flying alone, I take it."
V will
Yeah.
immediately kind of look up while holding her son and goes, I feel you judging us right now. So I best you hold your tongue. And she's kind of like heaving over on the side. Not throwing up, but just like wanting to.
Tell Josh they
Charon is
will help
lying on the
undo
ground.
you.
Charon is lying on the ground, breathing deep, and says, I'm okay. I'm okay.
See, this is would be funny if somebody walks up and slaps him on the back and then he pukes.
She's like, "I'm guessing this is your first time riding alone on a rock."
Alone?
You know,
There's an
I
option to
as
not be alone?
so V will go like, oh, so and then she just kind of bursts and heaves again and goes like, what gave you that idea? What gave it away?
Yes, there is an option. You can always have one of the flight instructors go with you. Did someone... She looks to Alessandra and goes, "Alyssa, did you not tell them?" She's like, "What? Everyone's gonna have their
No,
first time alone sometime."
I look
Well,
up
the
with that
flights
look
work.
on my face directly at this person and go, no, this was never explained to us.
V
Look at
just
these
kind of mutters
people.
very much out loud, I am going to remember this.
She's like, "We all had
You
to
will
learn how to
remember
do it
this.
at one point."
Charon will remember this.
Me and Jen will remember this. So she gets
But no,
tell Josh to get you guys out of the harnesses and goes, "So why did you come up here without Elva or somebody else helping you up here?"
Nobody offered.
yeah,
Exactly.
there was no
We were
offering,
told
no
we were
plan.
told to come up here. We were told to get on the rocks and go. We got on the
That's
rocks
what,
and
yeah,
go.
exactly.
I'm pretty sure, as V eyes the one, it was intended to
Alyssa.
kill us.
It's like
Just kidding, Margaret.
I would never try to kill somebody that is trying to learn how to do a rock. If I wanted to do that, I would have taken up my bow and shot you between the eyes.
Tell that to my stomach.
Ah,
She bends over and goes, "I wasn't trying to kill you. I could have shot you."
I'm not gonna lie, that would actually stun V. That would actually stun her.
They have information for you, Teledraste, about the counselor. She goes, "Oh, did you find information from what I asked you to do?"
He's
Um,
dead.
yeah, show him corpse, pretty much. Show her corpse.
Did we bring the corpse?
I
Sure, we
think
brought the
so.
corpse.
yeah, we brought a corpse, so yes.
Was his
Okay, I was about to say,
corpse
because one
back
of
to
us want to go
human?
back.
No, his corpse was
No,
monster
we left the corpse. We
and
left the corpse
gooped.
there. Someone else is cleaning it up and explain where it is. I ain't carrying that.
Yeah, it was pretty damaged, and like I said, V had gotten kind of head to bottom gooped because she critted on him.
We explain what happened. We got there, and the dude was in the middle of a circle. There were some people chanting some stuff. Suddenly, burst into weirdness. We had to fight everyone. There may have been a little bit of blood. Someone's on that. Don't worry.
That's unfortunate. He was
You
a
tell me it was a mess.
he was a cleric that we were very proud to have as part of our staff. That's a shame that he's no longer with us.
Well, as I said,
Between
he
self-defense,
attacked us, so I'm
self-defense.
not sure what you're emphasizing there.
I'm emphasizing that it's a shame that he's dead, and he was put into that position, and you guys had to do what you had to do. Well, at least the queen will want to know. And, she'll look to Alyssa and go, "Is there anything specific that we need to know?" And Alyssa will say, "This needs to be raised to the queen immediately because this is not the first one to have happened across the kingdom. We found some over in Isolutta as well."
Nani? Excuse me, what?
Now we know that. Now we know that there's multiple things going on around us. We're in the
Would
middle of
you
something
by
big, guys. Like
Woohoo!
an
please
adventure.
elaborate a little bit more into this? 'Cause,
Wait,
what?
there's more of those things?
We estimate there's about. She kind of looks and does like a calculation thing. From what our reports say, we found 5 in Isolutta. That makes 6. And the ones from further south of the kingdom found another 4. So it's at least 10 currently known to have had to
This
be
sounds like
killed.
you need a group of strong, brave adventurers to help you out. I wish you luck.
Yeah, because I have no idea where you're gonna find such a group of adventurers to do that.
Well, first of all, we're not really heroes per se.
You're gonna say that in front of the.
No, no.
That's what I
Vivian,
thought.
Vivian gonna put
That's
up
what
her
I was
hands up like
thinking. Like, you want help.
Vivian gonna put up her hands up like we're not really that of the savior type. We're good at helping out and lending a hand, but we're far from savior.
We're more of the background crew.
Exactly.
Well,
We'll do the job.
perhaps.
Does not necessarily will clean up the mess. That's what
This
it
group
kind of
doesn't need
sounds
more
like.
magic
Now, now
items.
you want something killed? Yeah, we could probably do that. You want something saved?
That's
Um,
not in our job description.
you might be asking the wrong people.
We're
Saved
supposed to
if
save people.
possible. Saved if you're
Hey,
able to.
I'm
Killed
just
if
saying,
they're
our miss rate
not.
on that saved thing so far, it's not our fault. There was, there was outside influence.
That's supposed to be a question.
But yeah, so if you have something that is more of our specialty, we'd be more than willing to lend a hand.
Alyssa goes, while most of them are being turned fairly quickly, within a couple of minutes at best, when or if found.
So what I'm hearing is, and by all means, please feel free to correct me, but it seems like it would be safer for everyone involved if the ones who are turning are found and removed. That way they can't harm anyone. Is that what I'm hearing?
That would be my advice, but the queen would have the final say, as these are her lands.
Thought we were talking to the
Mm,
queen.
Nope,
Yeah.
this is her
That's
advisor.
all we.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, just making sure.
This is
Well, I mean, in that
Telejaste,
case,
who V has a very close contact with because she's been working this contact every time she comes to
yes,
town.
yes. But we will continue on. So we'll just talk to the queen and get her final say, and if that's what she would like, then I think that's more than within our scope to do, right? Just go in, remove the threat before it becomes a bigger threat. How does the juror say it again? Nip it in the bud before it grows into a problem. I
Makes
think that's
sense.
what
So Alyssa will look to Telejaste and go, I believe it's might be a contaminant from and let Rosie grab her map. I know what the area is, I just don't remember which word is the right one because there's two that I usually mix up with this thing.
We're being attacked by the forces of Noxus.
No. I believe it's influenced from the Islands of the Lost Promise. From what our reports are saying, it stems from the Pond of Tears.
I'm sorry, that name just makes me think of the Promised Neverland.
Never seen it. Though we haven't sent anybody over there to handle it because anyone who isn't looks at the group adventurers might end up contaminated and or hurt because their constitution or their ability to not take contaminants is a little worse for wear.
Huh.
Sinbel's is where we found the other ones.
So basically, you need people with either a good, strong resistance or the ability to resist whatever
Or
contamination they're in.
incredibly stupid.
Or incredibly stupid, yes, that's fine, but let's not be rude about it.
I want to say you
Why,
guys were
why
Either
stupid
way,
goes
at
on
all.
blunt?
But it'll be
Why goes
fun.
on blunt?
As you guys say stupid, and I'm incredibly blunt, a woman that is embodying the primal energy of fire and the natural grace of the woodland type elves seems to appear. Her hair is flame red, and her most defining feature is blazing cascade of wild curls that seem to almost be alive, catching the light with a golden and crimson undertones. She often weaves thin braids adorned with small chimes or feathers into her hair as symbols of her connection to the spirits of fire and of nature. Her eyes are a deep orangey red reminiscent of molten lava or the last glows of the embers in a dying fire. Very intense and usually fairly unsettling, aka she's got a high intimidation. Meet
All
Fire
right, so
Rain.
oh, what a
I'm assuming she's coming in speaking, not just walking in and going, I'll just stand here and see what's happening.
Well, she's going to check up on Telejoste first, but when she hears you
Yes,
guys,
what I mean is she strikes me as the type of personality she would start talking before any of us acknowledge she's there. So she
yeah,
should talk.
that would be the one that was saying, I wouldn't call any of you stupid, though that is often the adventurer's curse.
so you're insinuating that we are okay. I see how it is.
Anybody
We'll
who
let the
wishes
conclusion there.
to adventure around the world and risk their lives is stupid, and that includes myself.
Well, if adventurers are stupid and they are stupid for risking their lives for other people's things, I guess our business here is done, and I'll turn and start to leave. And then
Yeah,
I'll see the bird and
Oh, Neil.
and then start to slow my pace down, but continue walking towards the bird.
Yeah,
we will definitely follow
maybe.
along with it.
Sees the bird
You let,
I,
about that.
you know,
uh,
I've stupid adventures. Then I must not be an adventurer because I think this idea is bad. I'm going to start to leave.
I'm moseying
tell
on out of here.
tell her she goes, you'll have to excuse Fire Rain. She's, looks to Lara, blunt about her opinions, and she used to be an adventurer and did many things to risk her own
Now,
life.
let me guess. She took an arrow to the knee.
No, she more accurately almost got an arrow to the heart. Comes from Alyssa, and she's gonna kind of. You can see that Alyssa's playing with one of her arrows, almost like she wants to attack Fire Rain. Clearly, these two have a very hate relationship.
I mean, it's kind of an effect when you start messing with Cupid.
What about Cupid?
Arrow to the heart.
Apparently
Arrow
I'm
to
Ah,
been
the
called for
heart,
supper.
Cupid.
Rose,
yeah,
I'll be right back.
yeah.
Alrighty, Dan.
All I heard was something, 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 Cupid.
Yeah, it's a
Arrow to
reference
the
to arrow to
heart.
the heart.
Ah,
Yes.
if Hiring goes, I tend to speak from my heart and not think about what other people would react. My apologies. I was once an adventurer as well, and looks to Alyssa, was almost killed for it, and thus made stupid mistakes. Which I find most adventurers make stupid mistakes by risking their lives when they could be pursuing other jobs. But that is, like I said, the adventurer's curse to do things like that, and we need adventurers.
I mean, I that's not for all adventurers if you really think about it. Some actively choose to be adventurers, others are kind of forced into it, given their situation. So I would not label all adventurers stupid. Just they're inconvenienced by their own actions and their own life they're living.
Inconvenience is a better way of putting it. You are correct. Please accept my apology for having misspoken.
Hmm.
Well, as long as we're on the same page here, I suppose that we can stay and continue to listen.
She goes, I hear you're supposed to be seeing the queen. She's having tea at the moment with the king who just arrived back a day ago. Worse for wear. If you want, I can lead you to the king and queen, so that you all can have tea with them.
Yeah, that'd be okay.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. Once we get to know the guy a bit
Yeah,
more.
sure.
Alright. Having tea. King is worse for wear.
I
Worse.
am
No.
back.
So what you missed is Fire Rain essentially said, I'm sorry. I speak from my heart. My apologies. I misspoke. I was an adventurer once. Did stupid shit myself. But the world needs that. Please accept my apology. And mentioned that the king and queen are having tea. And most of the group said, yeah, sure, let's go have tea with the king and queen.
This uncouth minotaur is getting a meeting with the queen.
Yep.
Yep.
I love D&D.
Yep, yep,
Right?
yep.
So,
I'm going to follow
Teledraste
her.
and...
Obviously, I'm
But,
going to follow her.
yeah,
Or I am,
Yep.
that is.
I
I'm going
figured.
with, obviously.
Teledraste and Fire Rain, which, for the record, if you haven't noticed the color scheme, fire and water, walk you
I
towards
bet
the
they're a
queen.
lesbian couple.
I will neither confirm nor deny. So they lead you to the queen. Alyssa Ray. I'll figure that out better later. My brain is not in the mood to deal with that name. Alyssa takes her rock and goes back down. Because she has other shit to do.
Cool.
So you guys get to see Dante Yavasus. Queen Dante Yavasus. Once I get to her profile. Having tea with King Kendall, whose name I had to remember. Kendall, 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 where are you, Kendall? Kendall. Mm. Ta-da! For two. In the head. So the king and queen are having tea. The king looks like he got beat to shit.
Huh. Or kind of looks
Look a
at him
little
like, what the hell happened to
concerned.
you type thing.
We
Well,
ran
are we
in.
supposed to talk about it, or is this a Fight Club situation?
The one who I was tasked to go check on to see how bad his forces are. We found out how bad his forces are, and we nearly died. And
So you found
our.
out how bad your forces are.
Well, there was only 3 of us to his legions of undead.
Well, it seems like a bad choice on your part.
We were only supposed to be scouting. He managed to find us.
Which means that you must be a terrible scout.
Perhaps
Lyra's,
you should hire a better scout next time.
I was
Lyra,
the scout. Lyra?
Lyra's,
I repeat my statement.
Sorry, Lyra?
Lyra's resisting the urge to say, that sounds like a you problem.
I didn't resist the urge. I said, I repeat the statement. Perhaps you should have hired a better scout.
Yes.
Well, considering our cleric decided to betray us,
Were you the leader of this party?
your
I'm
point.
seriously asking him that question.
In
Were
all
you the
seriousness, he goes, your point.
Were you the leader of this party?
Yes, like I said, we were
Why are you
meant.
Why are you laying the blame on one of your soldiers in a situation where you were the leader?
I mean,
Any
if
good
anything, it
soldier
feels like
follows the rule that their actions are their soldiers' actions, and their soldier actions are their actions. You would blame your cleric for you not seeing the flaw in your own cleric?
honestly, it sounds like you're a terrible judge of
I
character.
didn't trust her to begin with, but
Then
it
why
was
was she
part
in
of the
your
Pass on the
party?
mission.
buck. Pass on the buck. Pass on the buck.
The blame game. This is it. That's why I left my commanding officer behind. That asshole always blamed us soldiers for his own incompetence. It is rulers like you that make this world horrible.
He
Do you
just
have a good
kind of
argument
just
against that?
stares at you. Not
Big
happy,
O'Neill
but
just for you, man.
stares.
I mean, I hate to say it, if you don't have a good argument against it, then it is what you're gonna
And
So
do.
so,
you want
he
us
said,
to fix your problem?
Exactly.
I
What is
never
it? What is
said
it?
I
What is the
was
benefit
asking
to
you to
us?
fix my
You are not
problem.
asking us to do anything. You are shutting up and you are listening. What is it you want us to fix? And what are you giving us to do this? I do not want to follow your orders because you are incompetent. You will listen and you will tell us what this deal is.
We need details.
I'm gonna just say this right now. V is already gonna put out like a parchment paper, a quill, and she's gonna start making notes because given the way her party members acting, they may have to dispose of this king if this king does not try to dispose of them first. She has saying this right
Yeah,
now.
I'm thinking that might be the way things go.
Yeah, yeah. So she's gonna start making notes and stuff.
Santa, will go, it's okay. Looks to her husband. Husband by proxy, not by love. And goes, his father had put him on a mission and he was to take a drow with him. He does not like the drow, and he picked 2 drow. One went with him and was useful, and the other betrayed him. She was not well known for being kind or of good heart, but they needed somebody who could heal, as 2 of them were rogues, and one of them was a healer. She was supposed to be their healer, and it did not go well. Apparently, she had made a deal with the Eternal Experimenter and turned on them at the time when they needed her most. They had not known about that previously. That does not excuse the fact that he picked her, and he gives her a look like, "Excuse you, you're supposed to be on my side!" And then she goes, "We're not asking you to do anything about this problem right now. Because we would not wish those that have helped us to go into a situation that is clearly outside of even our ability right now. For the time being, we need details on what you do have. It looks like Fire Rain and Teledraste brought you here for a reason. Please, have some food, have some drinks, and tell us what brought you here with us today." If you can't tell, the queen is the diplomatic one of the two.
Yep.
Well, I guess we'll sit down, or I'll sit down.
Yeah.
I want
Let's
to
look
take
down.
C2 as well.
V will stay standing. She will not
Okay.
sit down.
Not sure if they have any chairs suitable for a Minotaur, but I'm not sure how they would sit differently.
They're
It
just
depends on what their
bigger
legs are
built. Thank you
formed
for the
like.
rose.
Well, I mean, it would depend on
That's
how
what the
their legs
garden
are. Like if
is.
they're like
That's my
normal human
followers.
legs, normal human legs would be one thing. But like if Minotaurs had those digit-graded legs, where their
Yeah.
knees the wrong way or whatever,
The
they might
Digigrade, yeah.
be weirder sitting on a chair.
I think most Minotaurs are like humanoid, so
I
they
think
don't
they
have
just
the
have human
Digigrade
legs.
legs. Yeah.
I think just human legs with maybe with hooves.
Yeah. Hello,
That's how it works.
Aphrodite. Aphrodite.
Well, it is 8 minutes to break. Do we want to
Yeah.
break early?
Might as well.
Sure. Then we can go get our food, and I can see how badly I did on cooking it.
Well, don't go into it thinking bad. Go into it thinking how great you cooked it.
Well, it smelled really bad up until like right near the end, where it smelled decently good. So I got some trepidation with that.